Yes, indeed. This is Professor David Steinberg. Wanted to talk to you for a moment about this big stock market drop that we've had over the last week. Really entirely predictable in that we have a ridiculously inflated stock market. The things that drive a increasing a bull market are absent. Normally you look for a driver of a bull market, you look for a bull market to occur when you have job growth. We don't have any job growth. I mean, maybe we do in India with all the outsourcing, but not in the United States. You look for revenue growth to fuel a bull market. We don't have any of that either. The only reason we have profit growth is companies keep firing people. So this is a manipulated market. It's a market that's been manipulated by massive federal government borrowing to prop up the market so the big donors to both parties are sure to get their big bonuses on Wall Street. That's all it is. And the government's ability to continue to manipulate the market this way is coming to an end. You can't drive interest rates any lower than zero. I guess you can charge people to save money in savings accounts, and I actually expect to see that happening. But interest rates are about as low as they can go. The government's ability to borrow is about as far as it can go. You just can't fire any more people. You're not going to have anyone working at your company anymore. What all this means is that we've had a very, very long bull market since 2009, and now it's going to turn. It's turning into a bear market. There's nothing really terribly remarkable about that. So what does this mean to you? First of all, I hope you've been selling stock all the way up. That's what I've been doing. So I don't have an awful lot of stock now, and whatever the market does or doesn't do just isn't going to have a big effect on me. But let's say you're 100% in the stock market. What should you do? My advice is sell patiently. In other words, there's no reason to sell today when the market was down, whatever it was down, 600 points or something, and it's down over 1,000 points this next week. Wall Street makes its money on volatility. This market now is a Ponzi scheme. It's a pump and dump Ponzi scheme. That's what the stock market has become. So even if the market is going to be heading down, and I believe in the intermediate term it will. Whether it's going to be down a year from now, I don't know, 2 to 3 years, yeah, sure, it will. So while the market is heading down, there's going to be, as I said, pumping and dumping. There's going to be days where the market is up 600 or 700 or 800 points because you have massive stock manipulation on Wall Street, and you have all the firms saying, geez, let's go long today, and let's all make a bunch of money, and then, tomorrow we'll dump all the stock and go short and drive the market down, and we'll make money that way. So you wait for that day. You wait for the day where the market's up 300, 400, 500 points, whatever it is, and then you sell some. Let's say you have 100% of the stocks. You sell 25%, okay? That 25% you sold is your insurance policy. What if you sold the 25% and after that the market goes straight up? And you're like, oh my God, I just sold and now the market's going straight up. Well, that's okay. You still have 75% of your money in the stock market. What if the market goes down? Well, then you're very glad that you took some money off the table. And as you watch the market, you ultimately should be taking more money off the table. I wouldn't buy stocks here, not under any circumstances. If stock prices get down to where they were in 2008, 2009, well then it starts to look interesting. But at these levels, absolutely not. The point is to gradually get out of the stock market and to understand the stock market for what it is. It's a massively manipulated Ponzi scheme that has been kept afloat by government borrowing and government manipulation, and that's what's going on here. So just don't worry about it. Sell patiently. The other point I guess I want to make, and this is important, if you've been in the market since 2009, you've made a bunch of money. The market's up tremendously since 2009. So now you give it a little back. Well, nothing wrong with that. The one mistake I can see people making is the adage about buying and holding it. I'm just going to stay in the market regardless. It's not a good idea at these levels. So just sell patiently, and you'll be fine, or at least as well as we're going to be. This is Professor David Steinberg.